I love sport and I love learning to excel, but I would see myself just as a normal person. So often we look at the elite champions and hold them in respect, but sitting above what we ever hope to achieve, we leave them just up there to look up to. Us mortal humans go about our daily lives, but can we learn something from the elite champions and the topics they talk about? I decided to focus on several different types of champions, from the very young to the very old and a few in between. Although the old would not see themselves as old, they just say it's something written in their passport. The young come to the table and bring us fresh ideas, uninhibited and no baggage, always optimistic and keen to learn more. The old bring us the experience of many, many years of learning to cope with failure, cope with new ideas and cope with consequences of what they've done. The topics I have chosen to interview these achievers about range from mental stamina to the importance of vision, focus, passion, self-discipline, self-control, all issues that we can use in our family life and in our work environment. And if we like to dabble in sport, we can also learn a little bit on the way. You see, it doesn't matter if we're elite athletes or more normal people. We all have to deal with issues every day in our life. The choices we make affect our lives, whether it's on the sporting field, with our family or at work. We cannot always control the events in our life, as you'll see with some of these elite champions, but we can control the way we interpret those events. I was first introduced to this topic over 20 years ago in, of all places, war-torn El Salvador and the rubbish dump in Mexico City, where a whole community of families lived. I was amazed at the resilience of the children in the orphanage in El Salvador. These kids had seen atrocities that most of us would never want to see in our life, or even difficult to talk about. And yet every morning they would get up with a positive attitude and optimism, a sense of hope that I'd never saw growing up in a nice place like Sydney. The children in the rubbish dump in Mexico City that came to Mexico City looking for work and ended up in a rubbish dump also had the most incredible hope and resilience that I haven't seen anywhere else in the world. And so for the last 20 years, I've been looking at this topic, trying to work out what it is that makes people get up after they've fallen down and come back, whether it be the elite athletes, the poorest of the poor, or just the average normal person. We all have events in our life. We can't always control everything that's happening in our life, but we can control the way we interpret those events, the way we talk to ourselves about those events. And how we do that determines the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act, and the way we behave.